Hey, greetings and welcome. This is Jim Phillips with Remember Veteran Grave Markers. Today I want to talk to you about government furnished historic headstones. Now, a government furnished historic headstone looks just like this picture here. Now, it's important to know that because if you look at it closely, you'll see that the lettering, the numbers are in what's called bas relief. It's the technique of lifting out the letters or effectively carving behind the letters so they come out. So in this case here, McCullough Tally, Troop C, 10th Cavalry, Spanish-American War, are all lifted out. Now, if you look at this picture still, you'll see there's a before and after. The before is before I cleaned it, and of course, after is after I cleaned it. This is a historic stone. This is something that if it were to be replaced, it would be replaced in kind. That the VA would say, oh, okay, this is special, so we're going to treat it special. So it will not look like the current stones that are given out to veterans, families from really World War One, World War Two, and so on, up to the current day. What they'll get is a historic stone. And the historic stone is not for the period of time as much for period of service. So if a soldier served during the Civil War, Indian Wars, up to the Spanish-American War, they would receive a historic stone. Otherwise, they would receive the current stone that you see that's right here. Take a look at that. That's the current model of stone. So I want you to walk away with this, is historic stones are special. They are treated special by the VA. If you're going to replace a historic stone, you contact the VA and their archivists will look at this and they will make sure that the right information and the right stone is used. And here's an example of one that had been recently done by the Department of Veterans Affairs at the Great Lakes National Cemetery in Holly, Michigan. Take a look at it. That is a duplicate of a stone that was damaged or broken. So you have that one as an example. They'll replace it with something that looks just like the one they had. And that's the intention, is historic stones are given special preference in the way it looks. No other headstone will get that type of preference. Historic ones do. So be mindful of what a historic one looks like. As an aside to my friends out there, notice that star. That star is what I would consider a defacing of a federal stone. Now, the cemetery that this came from, some soul out there decides to put stars on all the veteran graves so that they can put flags on Memorial Day and wreaths during the holidays. And that is absolutely improper, and it's defacing the stone. That stone does not need marking more than it already looks. The historic, that in fact it takes that historic aspect of it and kind of defaces it. So I would ask you to look at, if you're going to ever mark stones for the purpose of uh, of of, of educating the public on where to find veteran stones, I would suggest that what you do is mark the stones that are not government issued, government furnished, but mark the other ones and have a consistent way of marking them. But in this case here, don't mark federal stones because they're already federal. And if people do not know how to identify it, run a class on how to identify a federal stone. This is critical, but it becomes more interesting and more critical when it looks at a historic stone. A historic stone tells a story. You don't need to be defacing it by putting a sticker on it. Hey, I want you to know that. You take that away, use it where you want, but that's defacing the stone. You know what a historic stone looks like. You know how to get it done. And if you don't, please let me know, and I'll tell you how that happens. This is Jim Phillips with Remember Veteran Grave Markers. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on the video. We'd really appreciate that. You take care. God bless. Bye-bye. I'll see you later. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the video. That would be very helpful. Bye. And thank you, friends of RVGM. Your donations make this work possible.